Morocco registering their first win in the World Cup, then defeating Scotland by 1-0. Where did it go wrong for the Tartan Army? Craig Burley and Stevie Nicol to break it down. What's wrong with Morocco? Why didn't they look that great? Nedum to offer her opinion on that. In case you missed the game, it was terrible, pretty much. Savary would score after 4 minutes, and at that stage it looked like the floodgates would open. It didn't. Morocco forgot how to play. Scotland huffed and puffed. In the end, though, Morocco get the victory. For now, puts them top of the table, of course. Brazil taking on Haiti in about 20 minutes' time.
But correct me if I'm wrong, Scotland are second in the table.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry, Mr. Sunshine. Well done for trying.
Was it 4 minutes?
4 minutes, yeah.
Did it get that long?
Yeah, 4 minutes. Great goal.
Oh,
Brilliant
great.
goal. And I think we all thought then, and I think Stevie said, this could be 5 or 6.
Yeah.
You all right?
Aye.
Would you like to add anything to that?
Not really. I can't tell you how disappointed I am. You know, but okay, they get the bad start, and then we sit and we go, realistically, this could be 3 or 4. It wasn't 5 or 6. And Scotland, just in the first half, did not compete whatsoever. They didn't press high. They didn't sit deep and bring them onto them. They kind of got spread out, and Morocco just kind of played through them for the first half. Unfortunately for Scotland, Morocco going forward were not at their best. Second half, Scotland were in it. Probably more to do with because Morocco kind of fell asleep and figured that they didn't really have to do much to beat the Scotland team. And Scotland huffed and puffed, never created one real opportunity. Couple of calls for penalties, but were probably more dives than anything else. And actually, at the end of it, Scotland probably got what they deserved, and that is 0.
I think Steve Clarke set his team up, we were talking about it, to try and get a point. And although Morocco were not great tonight, and they can play a lot better, and they did against Brazil, I think his mindset was, I don't think we can beat them.
Right.
But maybe we can get a point, that will definitely get us in the knockout stages. And so he made some changes, particularly in the front line. Shanklin didn't play. They played 2 up front against Haiti. Why wouldn't you? Gannon Doak didn't play, the little wide guy who was lively in that game, was lively when he came on. So it was pretty defensive. And when Tierney plays, and it was a weird one, because it looked like they were going to play with a back 3, and at times they did in the first half. But Tierney seemed to be playing some sort of man-marking role, particularly in the first half. He kept pushing in, and it just felt to me that it was confusing, the Scottish lads, because look, they need to do the basics. They really don't need something that's complicated, particularly not when you're playing the World Cup. You've got to know what you're doing. And when Tierney was pushing in, they didn't know, the centre-halves didn't know if they were supposed to be in a 3, the full-back didn't know if he was supposed to be a wing-back, and that's one of the reasons why the goal came early on, because they were all over the place, and then the ball got played down the channel. Hanley played the player onside. So it felt a bit discombobulated in the first half, a bit more organised in the second half, but I do think that Morocco can play at half pace, if I'm being honest with you.
That's a dangerous game to play if you're Morocco, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is. And I think my frustration from a Scotland standpoint is the fact that they didn't sense that and sort of offer more within the game itself. Because this Morocco performance, it wasn't a great one. They didn't create a ton. They weren't defensively that good. And he just felt that if Scotland could have put a little bit more pressure on, there could have been something for them there. But I don't know, like, it was interesting watching the game with you guys to see the way that you perceive this team and seeing what they can and can't do. And I think, Stevie, the point you made about them neither being a team that would drop all the way back in or to press, they end up just doing nothing. And there's nothing worse than that, doing nothing out on the field. And I think in some ways, it's good to respect your opponent, but I think Scotland offered way too much there. Against a side who some people say will do well in the tournament and so on, it doesn't matter. The challenge is right there in front of you, and it feels like a wasted opportunity.
When you got the defenders that they've got, though, Scotland that is, it's difficult to press better teams.
Yeah.
Because you're just going to get played around, and you can't. It's not a back 4 or a back 5, whatever way you saw it. It's not a defence that you can leave exposed. It's just not. It's not like you can leave. You know, like you see a lot of teams in the Premier League and in Spain and whatnot. They'll leave defenders 2 on 2, maybe 3 on 2, and everybody else has got. Scotland can't do that because they just haven't got players good enough to handle the better players from better countries. So they did get caught between a rock and a hard place today. Look, 1-0 against one of the better teams in the competition is not a disaster. The criticism of Stevie Clarke, I'm sure he'll get some back home in Scotland, will be that they didn't they didn't go for it enough. Bearing in mind they're playing Brazil in Miami in a week or so's time.
Who's Kenny Farrell? Kenny Farrell's calling you, Stevie. Do you want to talk about the game, I imagine?
Oh, he's probably calling to laugh at me, but...
Stevie, you're a lot more depressed than I thought you'd be.
I'm depressed because of the way we went about it. You know, at the end of the day, we have to be realistic, right? This is not a great Scotland team, right? Craig's talking about how defensively they're not great. Well, they're not very good at passing the ball out from the back either. And so, really, this Scotland team, in the qualifying, it's been all about emotion. They've scored goals when the crowd's got behind them, or McTominay's done something incredible, or McGinn, or somebody's just produced something that's got everybody at it. And without that emotion, Scotland's not a good football team. They don't pass the ball well. They don't keep the ball well. And so there was really no emotion in the game tonight.
Right.
It wasn't, you know, you're thinking with 20 minutes to go, just get the ball forward and let's fight for it. And that way maybe we'll get going. But there wasn't any of that either, really. So
There was a little bit when Dykes came on. Just as
a wee bit, but you need to, if you're going to get something, and again, you have to look at the next game. Brazil in Miami is going to be, I mean, the conditions are going to be tough enough without having to play against Brazil. So I just thought, in the second half in particular, as the game wore on, we would get more emotional and get the ball forward quicker and kind of do what they do best, and that is fight for everything. And when it becomes a fight, they kind of come alive, and they just didn't come alive.
From Morocco's perspective, why didn't they just put the foot on the gas and just get this done?
Don't know. And I think at the end, was it Brahim Diaz?
Yeah.
Through? And I think that summed it up. The casualness, the sloppiness, when he should have laid it off to his teammate.
It's nonchalant.
It was a little blasé. It was very sloppy, actually. And actually, it could have cost him had one of those long balls to Dykes in injury time fallen when the defender cleared it, when I think Dykes knocked it down, or somebody knocked it down. I was surprised. I mean, I wasn't surprised how they started. And again, they looked as if they were going to tear Scotland apart. But yeah, they just got. I think they got sucked into a game that was just horrible, and in the end just got over the line. They can be a lot better than they were. I don't.
But why weren't they then?
I don't agree. I don't know. I don't have that question. I'll pop down to the Moroccan camp and ask for you.
But I don't understand how you can start so well and then be just so flat and leaving that door ajar.
Sometimes when you're playing against an opposition that you know isn't going to hurt you, you drop a level.
Right, psychologically you do.
Psychologically.
Right.
And then when you drop a level during a game, it's very difficult to get going again. And then when the opposition start getting a little better, everything just becomes hard work. And it really looked like hard work for Morocco. But at the same time, as much as it was hard work for them, you never, ever thought they were going to lose a goal, let's be honest. So you throw those things together, and that maybe explains how poor Morocco were in the second half.
Morocco will get through this group. When it comes to the knockout stages, is that when you expect them to lift their game, obviously?
So I'm going to go the other way a little bit, because I thought in the first 20 or 30 minutes against Brazil, I thought they were really good. But in the second half of that game, I didn't think that they were. And I think even today, I didn't think they were brilliant. And I think in some ways, that early goal kind of helped us see who they might be now. Because if they were more clinical, if they were in a better position, I think that 1 turns to 2, turns to 3. Right. But instead, the early goal almost made them, it's like, I think you said, like a sleepwalking type thing. You know, they fell asleep, they've got the lead, this is all it needs to be. Whereas I think a better team against this Scotland side right now probably punishes them more regularly. So yes, I think they will make the knockouts. But if they come up against a really, really strong side, I can't see them making it to the semi-final again.
I would say in the opening game, even though Scotland won, that in the second half, Haiti probably gave Scotland some more problems.
Yeah, that's true.
Than Morocco. And I think that tells you where Morocco were with the mindset, Stevie said, that it was so easy early on that they looked around and took the foot off the gas a little bit mentally, and then before you know it, you're in a bit more of a bun fight. But we've seen this from some of the bigger and better nations. We've seen it from Portugal, we've seen it from Morocco tonight, although they won. We've seen it from Spain. There's a few who need to kick up their backside, because who wins this group, Morocco or Brazil, and it will be one of them, are going to be fighting for an easier pathway.
Absolutely. To
get to the next stage and the next stage. So it is big. It is big.
The good news, though, Stevie, you take a look at the group. Remember, 8 of the 12 third place.
Are you going through with 3 though?
I think you could do this.
Say Brazil beat Scotland by 3 or 4.
Well, this is it. The goal difference is not a disaster at the moment, is it?
No.
Yeah,
you only concede 1. You're level on goal difference. You've got 3 points. You've got other groups where teams have drawn quite a lot. So they're obviously only a point. I think you should be all right.
No, I think. Oh, I wouldn't go. I wouldn't say I think we're going to be all right. I would agree with you that I think somebody in this tournament is going to go through.
Yes.
3 point, and it will depend on the goal difference. And the problem is, I don't see Scotland getting anything from the Brazil game. As I said, because it's Brazil and because it's in Miami, and it's an earlier kick-off.
Are you going down for that game? We're sending you. Sideline.
You can send me if you want.
Yeah.
You want to see me crying live on air?
Well, yes, obviously, of course we do.
Crying my eyes out every time the ball hits the back of the net.
Just in the heat.
Listen, so Scotland could beat 2-0 against Brazil. Are they going to go through with 3 points -2?
Yeah.
That's the question.
Okay, which is feasible, definitely.
I just want you to go to Miami to be on the touchline to see how red you're going to get during the night. And he's not allowed to wear a hat, and no sun cream, nothing.
No.
Out there.
I'll have the last 90 minutes then.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Pitch side,
Yes.
chuck down to him.
I think it'd be beautiful, Steve. We'll sort that out. Just a reminder, ESPN FC with you later today. We'll be reflecting on the other game in the group. Brazil just about to kick off against Haiti, plus more reaction to the US, guaranteeing themselves a place in the knockout stages.